All right, guys. Well, I just got an email from HRO, so I figured I'd go on here and pull up the website. And, as some of you know, I just bought the 710 Field. In my email, it shows the full 710 being $899 and $799. So, well, with Ham Radio Outlet, what they do is the radio might be $899, and they're calculating $100 off, and then a $200 coupon, and they tax you on the full amount. Looks like 7,300 is just $999. I don't know how that's a deal. Why is it not showing me? Okay, so right here, so we got $899 and $799. I wish this thing would stop scrolling. KG7HVR. Yeah, I'm in the middle of like making a video, and it was like just to show everybody that the 710 is actually $899 and $799 right now at HRO Black Friday.
I saw that. Yes. What was it again?
$899 for the full deal, $799 for the Field. I almost wonder if I could call them up and be like, "Hey, I want $100 back."
I'm sure they'll send it to you. Go ahead.
They would before the old manager that was there. You know, it's $1399 for the FTDX10. They must have lost their mind. The 7300 is still $1,000.
Well, I was thinking about that, and I know you're going to be shocked by this, but I still like the 7300 better than the 710.
Oh, I was on the radio last night, and these guys were yelling at me for testing on here. They were on 3857. And I went up there after I was done messing around, and it was that guy Randy, something TVI, and all the extra wide guys. And there was somebody else on there, and I tried to say something, and then this other guy came back to me, but we talked for a minute. And I was on the 710, and I got on the 756 Pro. He's like, "Oh, God, yeah, way better." Unfortunately, 710's a cool radio, but it's just not that good.
The 710 is more capable, it does better in the testing, and all this, it has more features. But let's just say, in terms of which one I'd rather use, I know it's terrible, isn't it? But I'd rather use 7300.
I agree with you. It's I kind of figured that would be the case when I bought it too. So, it's okay. I use lots of different radios. I'm on the 901 right now. I don't know if it's behaving or sounding okay. I just kind of try and clean these relays, and that's kind of what seems to be the issue. I'm not 100% sure that's the entire problem, but yeah.
Anyway, my friends came over and they gave me some, brought me that Gorilla tape. I don't understand it. I looked at the Gorilla tape. It looks just like the duct tape. What's the difference?
It's a little bit thicker, and it's, I don't know if it has like more threads in the fabric of it or something, but it's definitely different.
Do you think it's stronger?
Yeah, it is. That's why people like it so much. It ends up lasting a really long time, and then like regular duct tape, especially in Arizona, it just starts to deteriorate on the outside in the sun.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, so I got that. Now I'm going to put the Gorilla tape on there too, and then we'll be all set. Good. So you're a 901. Is that what it is? It sounds fine now. I think whatever you did, you're in business.
Yeah. How about $1,500 for a TS590 from 20 years ago?
I saw that. Can you believe that?
They're out of their damn mind. They Kenwood, they're just like, you know, they're kind of like overplayed politicians. They just keep running the same game into the ground. And yeah, they're like, well, we had a 590. Now we have a 590 SG. And now we fixed all the problems from the first one, and we still want $1,600.
Maybe I buy it for 700.
It it's an okay radio, I guess. I mean, some of the guys they swear by it, but you know how ham people are. They're very prideful about things. A TS 890, $4,000. I mean, like, I'm sorry, I don't understand why anybody would buy that.
I saw the same advertising you did. What do you think about the 570 then? I mean, is it? I don't think the only thing. My only complaint about the 570 is it doesn't have a wider transmit audio.
Yeah, it's too narrow. But it's a great radio if you don't care about what you sound like. But it is too narrow for other people to listen to if you're going to rag to. I don't know. I mean, it's like we were talking about last night. I was like, these guys they were well over like 6 or 7 wide, and it's like, I was listening to them 4 wide, and it's just like, nah, they don't really get it, they don't really sound that great. And I could hear like all the heavy labored breathing, it's like, great. So now I get to listen to you, you do all this crap, very very intimate conversation, sir. Yeah, and I mean, but I told the other guy, I was like, as long as they're having fun, but I mean, like, I don't get it. I think 3K is fine. I think more than that, and you're just kind of, I don't know.
But then you looked at the same advertisement I did. I mean, I don't think I really want anything. I looked at all that stuff. What would they be to buy? I mean, the 2-meter 440 radio, that looks pretty good, but how much do they want for that? I think they wanted $400 for it or something.
Let me see. I'm watching it scroll across the screen. What is the SP23 speaker? $89. You have a $399 DMR mobile radio. Like, why? Why does that cost that much? I don't get it.
I have that SP90. What is it? SP93? Is that the name of that Kenwood radio? The Kenwood speaker?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, let me tell you about that speaker. It's an okay speaker, but it just favors the higher treble. It doesn't have a deep, audio in it like the Yaesu speakers.
Yeah, well, that's one thing that is cool about the 710. You hook it up to another speaker, but it gets kind of bassy, and it's just kind of like, it's sort of like listening to those extra sideband guys when people aren't even extra sideband.
Well, I mean, I think I could hook it up to a better speaker, but I think half of the attractiveness of that radio is to use the matching speaker. I mean, even though it may not be the greatest speaker in the world, the fact is it's a package, and I just leave it as it is.
Well, I'm using a Yaesu 102 speaker. I mean, it's a good speaker, and it's probably better than the one it comes with.
No, it's not a good speaker. I agree. But, I mean, you can play with that, what do they call that, ACSSC or whatever that is? What do they call that speaker system they have, AECS?
AESS, which I don't know. Audio extra stupid silliness, and you can adjust the percentage. Yeah, it sounds pretty good, but it's a little bassy for me. And I've tried other speakers. I just I'm like, I really kind of don't like to listen to these guys that think that they're all special, in their the way that they like to talk, and oh yeah, and, yeah, brother, yeah, bro, yeah. So I went surfing today, dude. Like, I just it drives me up the wall, and that's what that damn thing sounds like with the extra speaker hooked to it to me.
Audio enhancement something system.
Yeah, it's for the guys that want a high fidelity and a low fidelity package.
Well, I mean, no, what it does is you balance. Well, you know what it does. Either 80-20, 50-50, 70-30, whatever you want to do between the two speakers.
But it actually shifts the low frequencies over to the radio, okay? And it sends the highs to your speaker, because if I turn off the speaker on the front of the other speaker, I can't really understand what's being said out of the radio because it's all the lows.
See, I thought it'll shift the lows to the external speaker.
Well, I think it depends on how you have it set, so I'm not 100% sure which way it's supposed to really be, but yeah. Oh, look here, $240 speaker. That must be a good one.
Which one is that?
Oh, I guess it was $209. It was some other kind of Kenwood speaker.
Oh, okay. No, that is kind of crazy, the 590. I don't know. I mean, they sound really good, but, and, you know, I still have that, what is the name of that matching speaker I have with the 570? The M60, is that what it's called?
I actually am not sure. Um, the 570 is pretty old too, and then they came out with an SG version of that. I had a 570 SG.
Okay, well, it's the Kenwood speaker. It's you know, a beautiful looking speaker. It totally matches the radio, and it has a preamp in it underneath on the bottom.
Oh, okay, yeah. I like the older ICOM speakers that would go for like the 756 Pros and those, where they had all the different filters.
I'm trying to think if I have one of those or not. Let's see. So I know I have a old Kenwood speaker. I have the. No, I don't think I have an Icon speaker.
I've got a 940 speaker. I had a 930 speaker. It was like almost brand new in the box, and I don't remember if I gave it to somebody. I think I gave it to somebody, but I actually did own a 930, and I think that was kind of the laughing part. I think I gave the speaker to somebody else, and shortly after I found a TS 930 for a good price, and I didn't have the speaker anymore.
Yeah. By the way, if you bought your 710, does it have the latest firmware in it, or did you have to update it?
I'm not sure. I don't think it has the latest firmware, because I think the latest firmware came out like a week or two ago.
Are you going to upgrade yours?
No, probably not. I understand that if you don't, that I guess the mouse will not work except for the one clicking. The scroll wheel doesn't work. So I did plug in a wired mouse to my radio, and you can scroll around with the pointer and click on stuff. It's actually not very handy. It's actually very goofy, and it sucks.
But you don't have an external monitor on there, do you?
Yeah, I've got a 27-inch monitor, big, huge DVI monitor.
And it doesn't really help you?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, you lose resolution on the monitor, but I mean, like, it doesn't matter because the mouse is not accurate for some reason.
Oh, so I'm not even going to mess with it then.
Well, you could. It might just be my wired mouse is just a cheap one. It came with a DVR box that we ordered a long time ago in like 2017, and it was just a cheap wired optical mouse. It seems like it wanders when it's just sitting there. I just unplugged it actually earlier today, but it's kind of like trying to touch a signal with your finger on the waterfall and accurately getting to it. Um, the problem is normally on a mouse you would scroll the up and down button or the up and down wheel, and it would change your frequency. So you just click on it with your finger and then use the center wheel to tune it in the rest of the way. Well, it doesn't work.
Well, see, the only thing I really don't like about the 710 is accessing the notch filter and the bandwidth, you know, and I forgot what is the other one. I think there's four functions, you know what I'm talking about, on the front. You know, and you press them and they don't stay on there long. And somebody says that if you do the upgrade, then when you click it with your, I use a stylus, it'll stay on there longer than 1 second.
Yeah, I think that it's pretty horrible actually. I don't think mine changes that fast, but it's just kind of like it screws up all the time because it's trying to disappear too fast. And then like if you don't have it selected a certain way and then you go turn the knob, now you're adjusting something else instead.
Yeah, now see, I had the 950. I don't know how familiar you are with the 950, but the 950, those functions are far more easy to operate than on the 710.
Yeah, it's unfortunately it's just an economy radio. I mean, it's cool, but if it wasn't that much newer than the 7300, I don't think anybody would care about it.
Well, the question I ask myself is, would it be worth getting the 101?
No, I don't think so. I would wait and see what they're going to come out with next. I don't think they're quite there yet.
Well, I don't know if the 101 has that same problem. I know that my friend Alan, he has the DX10, and he says it does the same thing that the 710 does in that function.
Oh yeah, I think they all do it. I really do. But yeah, there was people complaining about the noise reduction not working well, and like I found it works amazing on mine. So, but they posted videos from a year ago. So, my firmware is like maybe a month old or something. It looks like it's not real old, but there's a new one that came out like just recently.
So my firmware is a year old.
Oh well, you're gonna wanna you need to update it then because yeah, because it's changed a couple of times since then.
Listen, when I get home, let me do this. Let's get on the phone or something, and then you can walk me through the updates, and then I'll do it there. I don't know why, because I still don't have the confidence for favor to mess it up.
I don't know how to do it, to be honest with you. I mean, I can figure it out, but I haven't done it to mine, and I don't really plan on doing it unless I get frustrated with it. I updated the firmware on my 991A, and that's the only ACU I've ever updated. Usually, that one you had to download it, and then you had to connect the CAT cable, but this one's different. You have to put it on an SD card.
Well, I studied it. I know how to do it. You go to the website, you download it to your computer, the firmware, and then you transfer the firmware onto the SD card. Then you save your settings on the SD card. And then you upload the new version, and then when you're done with that, you upload your settings. So supposedly that's it.
Yeah, okay. Well, this radio is starting to drift a little bit.
Oh, God, yeah. I do hear it clicking.